What is up, everyone? I'm coming on here for a couple of plays for the day. We once again hit the YouTube entry of the day. So we are now on a 28-6 run over the past 2.5 weeks. That is pretty much all of the NBA playoffs that I've been giving out these entries for the NBA playoffs. Obviously, I've been giving out entries for the past year now, and I give out entries every day on this channel. But the past 2.5 weeks, 28-6 run. Here's the graphic of all of my videos in that time frame where we've been on this kind of run on this YouTube channel. I was not meaning to keep up this graphic and add screenshots. Obviously, you guys can see there's like different sizes of things everywhere. But we are, I think it's 12-5 if you guys want to count all these checks. But of the past, I guess that would be 17 videos. We are 12-5 on these two-mans. Okay, so really amazing, honestly. And again, these are entries where I need two things to happen correctly. And I think in only maybe like 2 or 3 of these videos were discounts provided. And I believe even one of these videos, it was this Cade Cunningham one here, was actually a discount that we missed. So it's not like I'm taking easy entries. It's not like I'm taking green goblins. All of these plays are two-mans with lines on PrizePicks that give you 3x entries, okay? And we are 12-5 in the past 17 videos. So let's try to run it back again today. I got a little bit of a different entry today. I got a 4-man entry, but it is going to be the similar kind of thing where you guys can actually take a 2-man entry if you guys wanted to. So again, we did hit this here. I took Jai Wu over at 6.5. He did end up bumping at 7.5 later in the day. So we did get value if you took it right away. If you got it at 7.5, I did mention in that video, I still like it okay. Anyway, he did end up getting 10 assists, so that did hit still for us. And then going into the rest of the day, we did just hit this 2-man. This game ended about 30 minutes to an hour ago, so we hit that nice 2-man. We got 2 setups going into today. I did a little bit of, I've been running some numbers to kind of give us a final valuation of how we did in April. I talked about that on the VIP. April is actually our worst month ever in a 11 or 12 month span. It was our first losing month ever, so I apologize that it's taken a bit longer to me gather some of these numbers. But what I did do is I ran some numbers and I found out that our best entries over the course of 1,000 entries that we've taken so far this year are League of Legends and Call of Duty entries, and actually football entries. Okay, NFL, college football, which honestly doesn't surprise me. That is kind of our best sport, is college football, I would say. And then right behind that is League of Legends. And you guys have seen, if you guys have watched this channel over the past 2.5 weeks, I've been sending out League of Legends plays every day, like I do with Jai Wu, like I do with Grizzly the other day, and these have hit like an amazing amount on League of Legends. So League of Legends COD, we're going to be focusing on a lot. And then we're also going to be focusing on potentially the UFL. And I'm going to be talking about the UFL today too, because there's about 4 or 5 UFL games every single weekend, and UFL is football, right? It doesn't matter if it's college, doesn't matter if it's NFL, doesn't matter if it's UFL, doesn't matter if it's high school football or something like that. Football is football, and there's a lot of correlation and value to be found in football. So rest of the day, it is what it is. We did miss this one by about 4 kills. We missed this one here because it went correlation on the other side. That's this is kind of how it goes, right? Sometimes the correlation's going to hit the over, sometimes going to hit the under. As you guys can see, we have setups based off of League of Legends correlation. I take the overs hit. I take the overs here, the overs hit together, just because it's based on how, if the team is winning or if the team is losing. The correlation also hit up here, by the way, and then it actually missed on Valorant here. Just wanted to go over that. If you guys do not know, I am a very profitable bettor over a long span. I did tell you guys that April was our worst month ever. It is our first losing month ever. If you guys, don't believe me, here is pretty much everything that I've tracked since May of last year. Okay, so this is May 2024 to mid-March of 2025. So this is about a 10, 11 month span. And this is what the graph looks like, okay? This little dip right here that you see here is actually right when the year started. And it's actually the 2025 graph is right here. I know it's a little bit confusing because I got limited, so I can't use this graph anymore. But here's the dip. We had a little bit of a dip in January. Actually, we go up. We have a little bit of a dip. Absolutely rocket up in February. And then, like I said, March, okay month. We go up about 30 units. And then April have an insanely bad kind of a negative variance, I guess is what you would really call it. Have a lot of unluck at the beginning of April, around like mid to early April, have a ton of unluck. I'm going a pretty good, nice streak here, and then kind of fluctuating back and forth here. So obviously trying to recreate February and March. I'm going to always try to recreate February because that was an insane month, actually our best month ever. And again, you guys can see how everything kind of tracks throughout the months, throughout the year that I've been doing this. And again, one of the main things on this channel that I want to preach is transparency, right? You're not going to win every day. You're going to lose some days. You're going to win some days. Some days you go up 15 units. Some days you're going to go down 3-4 units. Some days you're going to go up just 1 unit. it. But you know, at the end of the day, you got to stay consistent. You got to take a proven betting strategy. Again, I have taken over 4,000 bets using this correlated strategy that I do. And again, it's been working on this YouTube plays for sure. Even though these haven't really been correlated, I do take a lot of correlated entries on the VIP, and it's worked over 3,000, 4,000 bets, however you want to say it. All right, so let's get into actually how to get my VIP for free, and then I'm about to get into the entry. To get my VIP free, all you guys have to do is text me the word Bovada right here to my number right here on the screen, and I'll have you guys sign up for Bovada and get 2 months free of the VIP. All you guys do, text me. I'll send you guys some instructions on how to sign up for Bovada, and I will get you guys into the VIP for free for doing that for me, and it should take you guys between 5 to 10 minutes to do so really, really easily. I do also have a number of other apps that you guys can sign up for. I have Chalkboard, I have Better, I have Chalkboard, I have Better, I have Sleeper, and I also just started working with ProfitX and Novig, which are kind of like more of like a sweepstakes type betting system right there, and they're illegal in a lot more states. So if you're in Arizona, actually I get a lot of Arizona people. You can sign up for Chalkboard. You can also sign up for Novig. So just text me whatever word you want to sign up for, whatever apps you want to sign up for. My number is right here, always available. All right, so let's get into the actual entry of the day here. I really like this one. It is actually a 4-man entry, which I have not done in quite a while. I do just want to start off and say, if you guys want to take this as just a straight up 2-man with Jimmy Butler over PRA and Shindy under assist, be my guest. This is what we've done over the past 17 videos, and we went again 12-5 over that span. We went 28-6 or whatever it was over those individual lines. And again, just be my guest if you want to take this as a 2-man. I'm just saying that, but I do really like these UFL lines today, and kind of wanted to change it up a little bit and maybe start incorporating some UFL bets. So we'll see how this goes. But again, if you want to take this as a 2-man, I'm not going to force you to take this as a 4-man, right? So let me get into the entry. I'm going to go in reverse order. So let's talk about this UFL first, and then we'll talk about League of Legends, and then we'll talk about Jimmy Butler. All right, so for the UFL play, like I said earlier in the video, football's football. It doesn't matter if it's college football. It doesn't matter if it's NFL. It doesn't matter if it's UFL, high school. It really does not matter. What matters is quarterbacks and receivers are correlated together, okay? So if we think about the highest level, Mahomes and Travis Kelce, for example, if Mahomes gets 400 yards in a game, Travis Kelce is very likely to go over his line. It doesn't matter what his line is. He's probably going to get 100 of those yards, right? Let's just be honest. If Mahomes only gets 150 yards, it's going to be very hard for Travis Kelce to go over his line, whatever it is, right? Normally during NFL season, his line's about 60 or something. But if Mahomes doesn't do good, Travis Kelce doesn't do good. If Mahomes does really good, Travis Kelce's going to do really good. Same thing in the UFL, right? It's the same thing with any football game ever. If the quarterback does well, the receiver's going to do well. If the quarterback doesn't do so well, the receiver is not going to do so well. Now, with this UFL team in particular, they have a lot of really good targets, okay? Their tight end's really good. Their wide receiver 2, and I believe Tyler Vaughn's is the wide receiver 1, but they kind of interchange. So there's a lot of target share. There's just a lot of competition in this offense is what I want to say. Also, Luis Perez, this line is just too high for him at the end of the day. They are the better team, I believe, than I believe they're playing the St. Louis Battlehawks. They're the better team than this, and I always said this during football season. If you guys were with me for college football for NFL, we went up like 300 units in the NFL season and in college football season. That is by far and away my number one sport, so why don't we just bet on the UFL? But I always said this, if you're winning the game, if your team is winning the game, if you're the better team, you're most likely to win the game. You're not going to pass the ball as much in the fourth quarter. When the game is winding down, you just run the clock out and end up winning this game, okay? So again, I'm taking Luis Perez under pass yards, and then I'm taking Tyler Vaughn's under receiving yards. This game is happening at 4 p.m. I'm currently recording this video at 2 p.m. Central Time, okay? So some of you guys will only have 2 hours to get this in. If you're watching this video later in the day, so you're watching it like right before the Warriors game and Rockets game is going to start, this game is probably off the board and it's currently happening, right? So again, just take this as a 2-man and you're going to be completely fine, you guys, I promise. But let's go ahead and talk about Shindy, okay? So let's just talk about the past 2 plays where we've hit the past 2 videos, right? We took Jaiwu and we took him over assists. I liked that play okay. And then we took Grizzly, and I absolutely loved that play at 6.5 over 2 videos ago, okay? During that Hot Dog Wednesday day that we had. Shindy, I like even more than that Grizzly line, okay? Let me explain why. Shindy under 20.5 assists, absolutely insane play. I don't know how this is up on the board right now. He averages 4.72 assists per game. Why is his line 20.5? I could not tell you. If you average that out between 2 games, right, because he's playing 2 maps, that is 9.5. Let's just call it 10, okay? This is still half of his line on what his average is. I say this all the time. If you were to end up taking someone under 20.5 points in the NBA, but their line or their average is 10, that would make absolutely no sense, all right? Think about, I don't know who averages 10 in the NBA, like Rudy Gobert or something like that. If all of a sudden Rudy Gobert's line tomorrow or the next day, I know they play like in a couple of days now because they won the series. If his line ended up being 20.5, that would be like everyone, 99% of the population would take that line under 20.5, okay? Because he averages like 10 points per game. So I have no idea why this is so high. Same thing if we look at wins, not necessarily same thing because he actually does get more assists and wins as you kind of do in League of Legends. But if we just look at him winning these games, okay, he should win both games just because he is playing on the better team. But there's definitely a chance that they go 1-1. Okay, this is like South American League of Legends. It's not like the highest quality of League of Legends ever. Okay, this is a League of Legends player that in wins he averages about 8 assists per win. Okay, so if you average that out over 2 maps, he is averaging 16, or it's actually 15.6 assists in a whole series, okay? So again, that is still 5 assists under what he's doing right now. So I have no idea. This is an insanely solid line. If you like any other NBA play today, I would honestly pair it up with Shindy and just call it a day. It's such a good line, you guys. All right, Jimmy Butler. Let's finally get to Jimmy Butler. Over 33.5 PRA. Let's talk about why I like this line so much. All right, so let's see his last couple of games here and what he's been doing. Okay, so these 4 games here are all the games that he's played so far in this series. This game right here, he ends up getting injured. Okay, he plays 7-8 minutes, gets injured in the game, and then he misses the next game because of it. So there's 5 games in the series. He has only played 4 of them. Now, this game, again, he only plays 8 minutes. He gets injured and he comes out of the game. He bounces back the game that he returned, so he's fully healthy now, and he does end up playing 40 minutes, okay? I do believe he takes a little bit of an injury this game too, but really what happened in this game is all of the Warriors end up coming out of the game because they're getting blown out. All the Warriors end up coming out of the game mid-third quarter, okay? I believe that the Warriors took out their starters a little bit early, especially in a playoff game, but that's what they did. They took him out mid-third quarter. He only plays 25 minutes, and he gets 15 PRA because of it, okay? So he doesn't really play this game. He only plays maybe half of this game, and he gets 15. And then these 2 games, he plays over 40 minutes, right? And he gets 38, all right? And his line right now is 33.5 in these 2 games. So again, even this game over here versus the Grizzlies, so this is a game versus the Grizzlies, he obviously gets 51, blows them out. You got to treat the Rockets and the Grizzlies very different because Grizzlies have a much worse defense than the Rockets, but again, he puts up 51 PRA in this game. This is also a playoff game, okay, where he puts up 40 minutes. So he's playing 40 minutes unless he gets injured again, unless the Warriors get blown out or something again, which is unlikely that that's going to happen 2 games in a row. I do think Jimmy Butler should be able to hit this pretty easily, get like 23, 24 points, get 5-7 rebounds, and then get like 5 or 6 assists as well, and just kind of be that dominant player on the Warriors offense. All right, so this is going to be the video right here. This is going to be the entry. I feel like I talked a lot in today's video, so I appreciate you guys if you stuck around and listened to all that. Again, once again, like, comment, and subscribe on this video, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video for some more plays.